Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the backstory. If you are new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a serious political alignment going on through the country. And the major beneficiary of these political alignments has been ODM party led by Raila Odinga. 3 days back, they received defectors from other parties while they were in Busia. Then yesterday, they were in Bungoma. Today, they received defectors from PAA. PAA is a party that is domiciled in Kilifi and headed by the Senate Speaker, Kingi. Now, the question that arises now is, why are these political party leaders moving from their parties to ODM? And then the second question is, what is Raila up to? So we want to listen into why these party leaders moved from PAA and joined ODM.
Wakati sisi tuliunda chama cha PAA, na malengo matatu muhimu. Lengo la kwanza, tulikuwa tunataka inclusivity katika ugawanyaji wa keki ya kitaifa. Lengo la pili, tulikuwa tunataka uhuru wa mashamba kama wakazi wa pwani, pia tupate hakimiliki kama Wakenya wengine wote. Lengo la tatu, tunataka uchumi wetu ukaweze kuimarishwa na serikali ile ambayo itaundwa. Cha kushangaza ni kwamba PAA ilivyoenda Kenya Kwanza, mambo ya inclusivity ilirushwa kwa dirisha ikapotea. Pale kwa serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, yule mtu ambaye anawakilisha PAA ni mmoja peke yake ambaye ni Speaker wa Senate. Kuna inclusivity hapo? Kuna inclusivity? Tutajiona kama Wakenya hapo sisi? Pili, tukasema kwamba tupiganie mashamba yetu kupitia ile serikali ambayo itaundwa. Juzi tu mliona pale Voi Mwatate manyumba yalivunjwa na serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Sasa kama mimi mwanzilishi wa chama cha PAA na tumetengeneza serikali na watu wetu wanavunjiwa nyumba, nitakaa katika nyumba hiyo kweli mimi ambao watu wetu wadhulumiwa? Tatu, tukasema tunaunda PAA tuungane na wenzetu tutengeneze serikali ili uchumi wetu kama pwani ukaweze kujumuishwa. Wakati ule wa kura ya 2022 Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, wale jamaa wengine wa Kenya Kwanza walipiga vita. Wakasema Mheshimiwa Uhuru alichukua pote akapeleka Naivasha. Yule kiongozi wa Kenya Kwanza akasema akiingia atarudisha utendakazi wa bandari Mombasa. Juzi mmemsikia anataka kufungua mahali ya kuuza magari Naivasha. Naivasha ni Mombasa? Naivasha ni Mombasa? Si anahamisha tena poti Mombasa anapeleka Naivasha. Sasa huyu tumeona ametudanganya vya kutosha. Ndio maana tukaamua kwamba hatutangoja miaka yake 5 ndio tujamulie. Ndio maana mwaka wa pili tumeamua tuungane na wewe baba Raila Odinga, tusaidiane ili 2027 wao na uongo wao tukawafurushe waende zao. Asanteni sana.
In politics, political parties are supposed to be, or world over, political parties are supposed to be a group of people who come together to contest elections so as to get power, or so as to get power in the government. Then after getting power, they agree on the policies and programs that will benefit the society in a view of promoting the collective good and interest of their people. So in this case, like in Kilifi, where PAA party is domiciled, the aspiration of Kilifi people and the coastal region was that after getting into power, after Azimio coming into power, then their interests were going to be catered for by Azimio. That is why Kingi, when Azimio was being formed, he called all political leaders from the coast and rallied them to join PAA and support it. Then they could use it to negotiate for positions and for resources for the Kilifi people and the coastal region. I remember he called Joho, they met with Raila, but Joho refused. But Amason Kingi managed to convince other leaders and they formed PAA. But unfortunately, after the last general election, after Azimio lost, Amason Kingi went and negotiated with William Ruto. And fortunately for him, he got the position of Senate Speaker. But the expectation of the Kilifi people was that after Amason Kingi had made it to that position, that party and party members and the entire people of Coast Region were going to benefit out of this.
Niliingia kwenye siasa nikawa na sana baada ya kusikia kuna chama chaundwa chetu sasa cha PAA. Nilikuwa na hamasa sana kwa sababu nilitamani pia niwe mzalendo wa kule kwetu, kwa sababu kule kwetu hatukuwa na chama ambacho nasi tunaweza kukaa kwa meza. Mimi binafsi nilitumia rasilimali yangu nyingi sana nikijaribu kuuza chama cha PAA, na hawa wenzangu wote nilofuatana nao kila mmoja alitumia mfuko wake tukikiuza hicho chama. Ghafla tukaambiwa tumetoka kwa Azimio tumeenda kwa Kenya Kwanza. Kwetu lilikuwa pigo kubwa sana, lakini ilibidi tukubali kwa sababu party leader ndiye mwenye kusema wakati huo. Tukajitahidi, tukaambiwa wakati tutaweza kutekeleza yeye, sisi tukivoti Kenya Kwanza, kuna mambo cost tutayapata kutokana na hizo harakati tutakazofanya. La kusikitisha ni kuwa kile chama cha PAA tuliona ni chama cha kwetu, kumbe hakikuwa cha kwetu, kilikuwa cha mtu binafsi. Kilikuwa cha mtu binafsi kujitekelezea haja zake, afaidike yeye mwenyewe. Ndipo saa tukakaa chini kama wana Kilifi tukasema hichi chama cha kwetu na chama cha watu wote kipi bora? Tukaona chama cha watu wote ni bora, ndo tukasema sisi acha turudi kule tulikotoka, tuunge mkono chama cha ODM kwa sababu ni chama cha utetezi cha wanyonge, ni chama chenye maono, ni chama ambacho kinataka kesho bora. Asanteni.
Now, unfortunately, just as you have heard that member talk there, Amason Kingi, after becoming the Senate Speaker, kind of became somehow selfish and started looking at his own interest. He forgot about the people that brought him to that position, which means the aspiration of the people of Coast Region and Kilifi. Ideally, political parties are supposed to be like the pillars of a country's political system. But in Kenya, political parties have been used like vehicles that political leaders use to gain power and then thereafter dump them. There are so many cases or so many examples that you can get from political parties in Kenya. Way back from 1992, KANU has became the longest serving party in Kenya, then ODM. But there are other examples that can be given, like take for example TNA. TNA came into being around 2013. Yeah, it was around 2013 when we were going for the general elections. We had William Ruto and Uhuru coming up as TNA members. But TNA, unfortunately, became forgotten after. Then they came up with Jubilee. Jubilee, also after Uhuru left, it was dumped. Ruto also had his party, which was URP or something like that, which he used to negotiate with, then he also dumped it. So the same is also happening to PAA, where leaders like Amazon Kingi, has used power to gain power. After gaining power, is dumped the party together with the officials. So this is a message that goes to the common man, that sometimes we endear ourselves somewhat to political parties, thinking that we're going to gain, but we get let down by the politicians themselves. But now, Raila Odinga has been very consistent, and I think ODM has been another consistent party throughout the years. You know the history of ODM and how it was formed. But Raila has been inconsistent. Right now, he is gaining more people back into ODM because most of the members who left thought that by joining Kenya Kwanza, they were going to benefit in terms of resources, in terms of tenders, in terms of jobs and all that. But right now, they feel let down by Kenya Kwanza administration. All the promises that they were given have not materialized. All the promises that the likes of Amazon Kingi gave have not materialized. That same scenario played out in Bungoma, where Ford Kenya leaders, Ford Kenya elected members of parliament, have been complaining that Moses Wetangula has forgotten about them. You remember they were told they were going to be given like around, was it 33% of government positions? That has not materialized. Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, who come from Western region, who were promised like 33% of government appointments, have kept mum because they have completely nothing to tell their residents. So it is the dissatisfaction that is now boiling into something else that will cost the Kenya Kwanza administration. So this is the main reason as to why guys are moving en masse back into ODM. They see ODM as an alternative to UDA, an alternative to Kenya Kwanza, because they feel let down by the Kenya Kwanza administration. So going forward, I think Raila is going to get so many more people coming back into his camp, and this might push Raila into vying in 2027. So in all this, I think Raila is re-energizing ODM and trying to seal loopholes and trying to correct the mistakes that is made over time during nominations, heading to general elections, said that by the time he's getting to 2027, he shall have had a very solid party that he can use as a launching pad towards his presidential bid in 2027. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, from us. Until next time, bye-bye.